We are live. And it's funny you say that because my screen really is kind of like black with aside from the words that says alert, congratulations, your login gift of $400,000 has been deposited to your Maze bank account. But what happened? So Ghost of Tsushima, Nick Cannon gets canceled, and and I got Star Wars news. So
Star Wars news. Oh crap!
Yeah.
This match has started in Gambit. I am sitting in the menu. People have run away from me.
And your game of choice tonight is gonna be a Grand Theft Auto in the background.
Wow! Whoa!
Sean is obviously playing Destiny. Rob, what are you playing? Anything?
I'm on Last of Us. No, Last of Us 2 still trying to get this platinum. I was trying to get it for Ghost of Tsushima.
And Rob is platinuming.
Wait, are
the
you
Last
doing a
of Us.
midnight for that one, or you just gotta wait till tomorrow?
Me?
No, I'm getting it tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, no, I was talking about Rob, because I know he was talking about getting it on What's Magic
Oh.
on
No,
Friday.
don't do midnight releases no more.
Yeah. I kind of don't either. I mean, it's a bit of a
Oh wait,
time
you don't
issue.
do midnight releases anymore. Dang, Kurt, you just exploded the hell out of something.
But yeah, tonight's drink of choice for me is just a regular smoothie.
Oh,
I didn't add
supposed to
anything to
drink
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Well, I mean, we don't have to.
Well,
I just noticed that we always. I just noticed that we always are.
Yeah.
But it's Thursday.
usually on a Friday,
Yeah. So I mean, we don't have to be drinking because it's Thursday. But I will do my own video on like my first 2 hours of playing Ghost of Tsushima. If you guys want to, yeah. Well, okay. When I feel like I want to stop,
Well, I mean,
then I'll do that. Because if I don't feel like I want to stop, then I'll just keep plowing through. But if I feel like, oh shit, I actually need a break, then I'll be like, this would be a nice time for this.
we're gonna have an invader. Knew it.
But But yeah, so not really drinking anything, just a smoothie. I got a burger and some Lay's chips in front of me. So if you hear me smacking, just know that that's what I'm chewing. We are joined, of course, by Sean,
How in
myself,
the hell did you
and
not kill me?
Hardy go rob them niggas blind.
Right. That one might stick. That one might stick. You might have finally done that.
I thought of it like I think last week, and it was supposed to be a little bit funnier, but I was like, you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Hardy go rob them niggas blind.
I like it. That works.
Yeah, sorry, cool.
Yeah, we can stick with that one.
Cool.
Hey, you've been relieved from Dick Hardy.
I have
made it, sir. How do you
succeeded.
feel?
I have succeeded from impressing, from outdoing myself.
You did, bro.
Because
But,
I'm not gonna let that go.
So I'm just gonna talk about the Star Wars news, let you guys put your input on it, and then Rob's gonna handle the Nick Cannon situation. We'll put our input in it, and together we'll collectively talk about our final thoughts before this game. So Star Wars, a couple of things I saw. First thing I saw, as you know, Kathleen Kennedy is no longer in charge of making decisions. She has been rooted and booted from the task of Star Wars.
Who has been rooted and booted?
Kathleen Kennedy. She's no longer in charge of making. Oh, I didn't know this door opens automatically. What the fuck? But yeah, she's been like, I don't want to say ousted, but basically she's just not in charge anymore. So it's back in the hands of like Dave Filoni, Dave Filoni, Lucas, and what's the Jon Favreau. They're kind of like leading the pack. The only thing is like they kind of got their hands on like the TV aspect, but Lucas is working. Yeah, but Lucas is working on something to that effect. So for the movies, they're gonna actually have like a fourth movie trilogy, and then
a fourth movie trilogy or a fourth movie in the trilogy.
No, like 3 more movies.
Alright, so we're getting 3 more movies. Okay, I like that.
That's why. Yeah, I'm sorry, because I understood it when they said it.
What?
You have the trilogy, the sequel trilogy, then the sequel trilogy, But
Lord.
yeah, right. So it's almost like saying, so what is he gonna
Which
be
trilogy?
like? What is he gonna
Which
be
sequel?
like? Double ascended? It's like nah. We're just gonna put a 3 behind that, sir. But nah. With the Mandalorian, I saw somebody's YouTube channel. I can't think of his name because I really don't watch YouTubers for Star Wars information, more so when they give me like backstory about like something that happens in the comics, or they deep dive something that happens
Oh, wow.
or has happened. So like,
It's hilarious to me because I have been binge watching the Suspended Wave like a nutcase.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I watch channels like that or Star Wars Theory, but this particular channel covered like actual Star Wars news pertaining to like movies and whatnot. And side note, I saw somebody's video yesterday. You know that scene at the end of Revenge of Sith when Vader like screams
Oh,
no?
goddamn.
I feel like that's what you would have said.
Probably,
but you know how he says no, and it like when I first saw that scene, I damn near cried because I felt for him. But now every time I see that scene, I kind of bust out laughing because of how ridiculous. Right. So I did not think about this, but the person whose YouTube channel I watched, they said the way his suit is designed, it's kind of like, you know how like smokers have to have like a little thing like when they smoke way too much and it like damages their vocal cords and they have to like speak with the box. It's kind of like that
like
for
a
him.
lung cancer thing or something, right?
Right. So it's kind of like that for Vader. So when he's like, you know, like when he's making that sound, his voice box.
That's not funny, but it's so funny.
Yeah, I know, right? I try to be like super accurate when I tell these stories, but when he makes that sound, he what is he doing? His voice box isn't capable of expressing what it is he's trying to say, so it just shouts out no, you know. And I never thought about that because in my mind I was like, let's say I was Anakin Skywalker and I lost my wife who's, you know, has my unborn child, because I don't know it's 2.
He lost. That sucks. Because
right,
he went to the dark side and lost
everything.
The only reason he went to the dark side.
Exactly. So, you know, let's say I was in his shoes. Screaming no would not be the thing that I would want to do. Like if I lost the love of my life, like I don't know, that seems like a really anime-esque thing. Like every time I hear somebody go no, I just picture Trunks transforming into a Super Saiyan. No, you know, like that. But that's just my side piece. So have you seen The Mandalorian?
I have not seen The Mandalorian.
Okay,
so I started with it, but it wasn't terrible, and I literally just didn't complete it because I got busy with other stuff.
Okay,
but
so
I'm
gonna keep this short because I don't want to spoil it for you. But there's a character at the end who's played by, I don't know his real name. Kudos to you. And he talks about oh, well, congrats. I think he I thought you were finna say I'd be trying to learn these people's names, but okay, that works just as well. But nah, he his character does something really small, and he kind of like elaborates on it. And the thing about now, only reason I'm telling you this is because it's not confirmed and it's not denied, so it's not technically a spoiler in my mind.
I'm gonna be completely and totally honest with you. I wouldn't be super bummed out if The Mandalorian was spoiled. Like, it's not that I don't care, and I will watch it.
Okay, so
but I'm not. It's not gonna be like if, you know, somebody spoiled, I don't know, Cyberpunk or something. You know, or Outriders. Like, no, I'm fine.
So basically he was talking about his character and how he alluded to the fact that he might be force sensitive or whatnot. And while I wouldn't be bothered by that fact, I don't know, I feel like in the in-universe reason, I feel like the Force is all of a sudden spamming individuals with Force sensitive capabilities, if that makes sense, because there are no factions, you know. There are no more Jedi, there are no more Sith. There are just Force sensitive and Force user ability people. So if he's one of those folks, it doesn't bother me. But that's you know, that's just the gist of the Star Wars news that, you know, I had. They have a Kenobi thing coming out, but they redid the scripts for it. Hayden Christensen is supposed to reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker. No. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
The original
Yeah.
Anakin's coming back. Okay.
Yeah. So
that is but it's only a lot more emotional range, or I will find that man and fight him.
Right, but it's only supposed to be 6 episodes, all an hour long. And every time I think of Hayden Christensen's performance, like, I'm never disappointed. But when I look at the Clone Wars version of Anakin Skywalker, I'm like,
he's a lot more dynamic.
Right, and I'm like, cool. Hayden has something he can pull from, because when I look at Clone Wars Anakin, I'm thinking to myself, does he act this way because live action Anakin did it, or is live action Anakin acting this way because Clone Wars Anakin did it? So, but even though the movies came out before the Clone Wars series,
long before any of that came out.
Yeah. So, but that's pretty much it I got for Star Wars news, or the movie aspect of our podcast. I know we haven't had a lot of movie news in a minute. I've actually been meaning to look up where the fuck my Fast and Furious 9 movie is.
Jolton.
But
why do we
shut
have
the
Fast
fuck
and
up?
9?
What you mean why? Because Vin Diesel is a goddamn champ, and The Rock compliments them all. Don't you question it. Don't you dare question it.
Damn Jolton. I'm sorry. We just gonna have to fight.
Oh no.
Because I don't see a purpose. I don't care if I'm gonna lose the fight. We just gotta fight.
I'm gonna say choose your fighting game then.
I'm in a fist fight because I can't fight on fighting games. But
I don't know about that. I might actually lose that. Man, what? I feel like he would play with like
actually
all the craziest characters.
That game like
because that would be the only fun. Yeah, I was gonna say it might actually not be like, because it's definitely not gonna be a game I'm playing like too much on my own. It's definitely gonna be a game I'm gonna play with you guys. So that's why if it's inexpensive, I could look into getting into it. But it's definitely
you should play it on your own for the story. Shit.
Story.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think about that. That might not be too bad.
Yeah. But
I'm mad. I'm finna pull out goddamn Thunderlord if old boy with the Jolton come back.
Oh Lord. But moving on to cancel culture striking again at Nick Cannon. Rob, you want to go ahead and take this one?
The only thing I've seen about that, and it was so funny about the cancel culture, is just the white people trying to cancel this man. Black folks
don't give a damn.
Black folks are actually black folks are like really riding for him, despite the fact I heard that apparently some of his comments were anti-Semitic, and like from what I was able to hear from him, they are kind of Hotepish, which can go into things talking about how Jews have screwed over people in the past and certain stuff, but at the same time it's like I need to get more context.
Please tell me what this man said.
Because I need like more context on what he said.
I actually don't know exactly what he said, because I mean this is man podcast, and I'm not finna watch on Nick Cannon.
Oh, he has a podcast? He said this on a podcast?
Yeah, it was a podcast. But like I want the gist of the comments that were controversial. I don't want to watch an entire person's podcast just for a social moment. Like, no, screw that. I have better things to do with my life.
And I like I said, I can't see exactly what he said. It just
all right, Curtis. I just did a team wipe, so that guy's probably gonna be a little mad. So watch out.
What I'm surprised about is all the firing and all the things he's going through because of comments he made on the podcast. Like, that shit happened like super quick. Okay, like it was just back to back. Like the man got fired off a while now, which that shit blew my mind. I'm like,
that's his show, basically. Like, he made that show. He's the only reason that show is anything.
And they say he got fired off that shit. I'm like, what? Like,
that's gonna be
technically it's owned by the.
It's gonna be crazy when they say. And now, wilding out with the host, not Steve Nick Cannon.
Harvey.
Oh,
wilding out with Steve, because Steve Harvey hosts everything.
Welcome
Steve
to the
Harvey
show.
Hosts everything. You know he hosts everything. Like, they give him all the hosting gigs, bro. You know they're gonna get Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, the most paid host in host history, bro.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm dying for the chance for somebody to call my name for something, and just so I could look at them and be like, yeah, go ahead, tell them who's number one. You better have the name right, Steve. Just so I can say that. But
so that happened, and he got fired for most shit, but not all of it. Like I think they said he's still gonna be the host of some show called The Masked Singer.
Oh, The Masked Singer, yeah.
Yeah, but
that's the one where celebrities go on and do like karaoke, and you got to figure out who's who, and they're wearing like these ridiculous outfits.
Yeah, but the Wildin' Out was probably that man's moneymaker.
It was, but I mean,
they syndicate the hell out that show, don't they?
I don't even know, but it's a thing that
nobody knows.
It came up with us. It came up with like us. Like that show became popular when our generation was watching like a lot of funny comedy TV shows and stuff, and now it's a thing that the next generation of people is just like into and a part of. Yeah. Hey, motherfucker, I'm finna kill you.
Like he brought it back.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's still it's popular again.
I didn't know it ever like went off. Who hosted it before him?
It was him. It was always him. I think.
Oh, shit.
But the fact that he was able to bring it back now, and it's popular now.
As it was when it came out for like us, and we were the ones watching it. And the kids that love it now were little turds that she was like, no, you can't watch this.
All right. I still remember Cat Lynch was like,
I think the only reason it works now is because we have, more talent in that genre.
Come on, if Jotun can track that, my
DC Fly, that one dude with the dreads who's usually the referee. Like, I mean, some people are hit and miss. Like, I've seen episodes where they had like some white girl on there and she just did terrible every time I saw like a clip or something.
That one corner
where I got no heavy
show for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think the white girl they got on there now is actually okay. I have no heavy. I got nothing.
I like the white girl that I don't think is white. Like
I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think she's like.
Cause she sound black, right?
Yes. I like her. Plus, she's kind of cute.
Right.
In a rough, like,
I remember one time she said something against this little boy. She was like, "That's why you still a virgin." And everybody bust out laughing, and he just was like so stunned. He was just like, "Oh man!"
I don't even see how that's like a bad.
I think she can actually rap too. Like when she be doing a freestyle battles, like she be flowing. Like,
oh wow! Leave it to Rob. Leave it to Rob to like them because they can flow.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with liking the quality bitch. White, black.
Nah, we have to date and wife these hood rats. But I done told y'all.
You gotta cut that out.
Black on black relationships, okay?
We need these no shit niggas to be dating these ain't shit bitches and making bastard boys and girls so that we can just overrun this country. That's how we gonna win.
Man, it was so fun. I kind of hate when like people get mad when it's like a black dude gets with a white woman, and I be thinking to myself like, at the end of the day, they're still making a black child.
Right?
So he's slick winning, and that's like the ultimate fuck you to racism.
Right.
My dominant black gene is gonna make a black child.
And you know it's crazy. Like in previous. I don't know if I want to say previous civilizations, but way back in the time of like kingdoms and shit, they married two people from different kingdoms so that they unify both of the kingdoms. So I don't get why the fuck this shit is frowned upon all of a sudden, some odd 100 years later.
Man, the only people I ever see be mad.
Man, this a whole conversation with a whole bunch of shit that I don't know if we want to really get into.
Yeah,
I don't know if we got enough podcast for that. I know we done win a few hours before, but I don't know if we got enough podcast.
And then we'll drop it because I feel like we also probably need like a black woman to speak on this.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
3 black men,
and we don't have Kadisha.
Oh man, Kadisha been like MIA for like a month or two.
She's the perfect person to be on a podcast.
I think she on right now. I don't know if she's fucking with nobody, but I think she's playing sometimes.
I'm gonna let her.
I might get on my own and see her.
Yeah, me neither.
I be see her face all the time. Like when
I will say,
I don't know why.
I will say this, like, I hate that this shit happens to him. I feel like I feel like every time something happens to a black person, you know, we take legal action, right? But whenever something happens to a white person, or something doesn't even happen to a white person, if something just affects them emotionally negatively, then all of a sudden, instead of taking legal action, they just be like, well, I'm gonna fuck you up this way, you know. That's I mean, at least that's the impression that I'm given when I see stuff like this happen. Like, because if nobody else is like offended, or if nobody else is feeling any type of way, you know,
You just,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
again, if you voice something on a podcast, that's your opinion. He
Right.
shouldn't have to go through all of this. Like, and he already put out an apology for it too, which
I hate
I
that.
think, yeah, he.
I hate that. I hate when you said what you said.
Yeah.
Why apologize for it?
Because shit, everything around him getting shut. Yeah, shutting
It
everything
cost them
down
way
around
too
him.
much, you know.
Had to.
And so, I mean, to be completely and totally honest, the real nigga thing to do would be like, you know, I said what I said, I believe what I believe, but let's just be honest, that unfortunately cost him a lot. And then, I mean, like I said, I haven't listened to the entirety
Yeah, I didn't see what he said.
of the thing, but obviously people have commented on the fact that some of his comments were considered anti-Semitic. The portion that I heard was not considered anti-Semitic. Like I said, it was kind of Hotep-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that you hear from that kind of crowd, which I mean is not getting other people just super duper canceled or whatever. But I didn't hear the part that was anti-Semitic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And well, you never mind. I'm not gonna go into what I was just about to go into. But I still just it just cost him a lot. You know, it just cost him a lot because of those relationships. And at the end of the day, he is an entertainer. And that's the only thing that I wouldn't like about stuff associated with kind of entertainment and that field and like things that garner a lot of attention, because you still end up having to be the appropriate Negro unless you build your own thing from the top down. You still have to be the appropriate Negro, the same as if I go into, you know, the office and I work for somebody's company. I have to, for the most part, be the appropriate Negro, even if it's one of those companies where it's even if it's one of those companies where they're like super lax and all the white guys in there are like, don't care and just doing whatever and bro culture. You still have to be an appropriate Negro to a degree. And that's the only thing I don't like about entertainment, especially when you don't build or have your own I am not focusing on this damn match. When you don't build or have your own platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So it unfortunately he's stuck with that because he's an entertainer. And
it's funny you say
done
that.
a lot, but he hasn't built his own platform to do
whatever he wants. On. Yeah,
and basically it's funny. You do that, you always stuck being the appropriate Negro.
It's funny you say that because about a month or two ago, I sent Rob, and you probably don't even remember me sending you this, Robert, but there was a video I had watched about.
You call this nigga government name? You call this nigga Robert?
Hello,
Robert.
There was a video I sent him about why black actors don't like Unify or whatever, and it basically involved Eddie Murphy and Spike Lee, and they kind of had like a small back and forth about it, and I was like, that, you know, that what you just said kind of made me think about that, in the sense of, you know, it's hard to speak out and say, you know, I want more black people doing this, that, and the third, when you're not really in a position to. Whereas Spike Lee was like, they listen to you, they will listen to you, you just gotta fucking say it. And Eddie Murphy was like, nah, bro, that's really not how the shit works. Like, I could say this is what I want to do, but they don't have to listen to me. Like, you're presenting me in a light
they don't
with power.
You're their biggest moneymaker, and even with Nick,
even then you be pushing it. Even with that, you still kind of pushing it. Like they'll hear you, but they don't have to listen to you. Like, they can replace you just like they have all the fucking Batman that have come since 1989. So, but I do feel like it kind of sucks that you can't really have freedom of speech in a country that has a fucking you know,
that white people will die for that freedom of speech shit.
Right.
Say something they don't like.
Right. And all of a sudden it's fucking taboo.
That's the thing. That's the thing that's kind of terrifying. Like, he said that, and that's only targeting white people. He said shit like that. And look how fast they shut that nigga down. Trying to. Like,
they fired the
that's
fuck
fucking
out this
scary.
Nigga.
Yeah.
You had 14 jobs and they fired you from 13 of them. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's how scary that shit is, bro. Because most things got fired off of are white owned. So.
Oh well, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what Joe was talking about. Like, if he had his own platform, if he had his own channel, his own TV show, like, if he truly owned it, you can't get fired off it.
Right. Like if Oprah did it, no one could tell Oprah shit. Right.
Yeah, she would be okay. She'll be okay.
Yeah, but Oprah owns all the stuff. Like, she owns that channel now. That's her channel.
Yeah. She got a channel, a
Oprah
station.
Come on there and call a group of people all y'all a bunch of bastards, and Oprah still don't own her channel.
Right.
And somebody still don't watch Oprah.
And what's so funny, you never hear her, like, say anything. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if she spoke up about any of this protesting or Black Lives
Matter. Oh,
nah.
Hell no. Nah. People are too concerned with what Ja Rule got to say about this.
Where is Ja?
Right.
Where is Ja Rule?
Right.
That is funny. But I wouldn't want to say nothing if I was Ja Rule either, because all I can see is nothing but nobody cares what Ja Rule.
Right.
Dave Chappelle. Yo, nobody cares what Ja Rule has to say about this.
Yo, I saw a picture today, and it was like, out of these 4 artists, who would you like to bring back to life? This picture had Nipsey Hussle, who had Tupac, Pop Smoke, who just passed. I think it had.
What?
I'm just like, what?
So this nigga's not.
I'm sorry, Greg. You're a little far out there, but you can't really get it.
That's so disrespectful, man.
It was, bro.
Well, I'm not playing right now.
Why do I believe? Then I believe this is all 50's fault. I don't know how he's done it. But I believe 50 stopped this nigga from making new music. I feel like 50 blocks that nigga from doing it, bro.
I just feel like he would. Cause he be trolling people on like a business sense. Like that's the worst thing about 50. 50, I do not like 50 Cent. Like he is a terrible person. But he be messing with you on the business side of stuff, and you can't do nothing about it. You stuck with it.
Yeah, because you don't make enough to
business.
You don't make enough to challenge him on it.
No, Ja has nowhere near the money or the power that 50 Cent has.
Right.
Basically. And 50 Cent, like, he don't do nothing. He not super relevant, but he has that. That's what he has. Like, he's got the business by the balls. So you just kind of stuck with that name.
50. Okay, nobody say we need a 50, dog. We need a 50
Hell yeah.
out here, bro. We need
it definitely makes life a lot more hilarious, but that nigga is terrible. I'm sorry.
Hey, I thought about making one of them birthday charts, right? You know how they have like the months of the year, and they'll have like a person's face. I was gonna make it all rappers and be like, you gotta pick one to, defend you in a rap battle, and everybody else you got a rap battle against. Some of the names I was gonna put on there was Eminem, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, T.I., and just other noteworthy people. But then I changed it in my head, and I want to ask you this now, Rob. You get to learn the rap game from one of 3 people, and the ones that you don't pick, you have to rap battle them. So you have Future, The Game, Jeezy.
Dang, bro! Don't tell me all of them finna leave.
And
I'm finna say.
Damn, who the fuck was my 4th person? I said Future, The Game, Jeezy, and I can't think of who the 4th person was.
I would take Jeezy, bro. Like, finish your thing, but I would take Jeezy, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Game or Jeezy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, you can learn the rap game from one of those 3.
Okay,
but the other 2 are gonna be your bitter rivals. Oh, 50 Cent. That's who it was.
Future, Jeezy, or The Game, or 50?
Yep. You can learn the rap game from one of them.
Learn the rap game from one of them, but the other 3 are my rivals?
Yep.
In a rap battle?
Yep.
Man, that's hard with the rivals though. That's hard with the rivals situation. I ain't think about that. Cause the reason I would learn the rap game from Jeezy doesn't really factor in the rival situation. So I don't really know about that
don't
one.
really beef with it. Well, he do, but he don't really.
I've never heard. I ain't never heard this man beef with nobody.
The only rapper he's ever had a beef with, I think, was Gucci Mane. I think he had a beef with Rick Ross.
Did he beef with Gucci Mane?
Oh hell yeah, they ain't like the
Damn, I didn't know that.
It was off that So Icy song.
Oh really?
Yeah, something happened with that song, and they fell out after. I think he had some. I don't know if it had something.
That sound like I was gonna say that sound like somebody didn't get paid.
Yeah, and Gucci was real reckless back then too.
You mean before he started killing folks?
Original Gucci Mane.
Now,
and his raps.
Yeah, but aside from that, G's ain't really been a rap battle nigga. Future neither. The Game and 50, yes. They will rap battle you to the death, especially both of them. Well, the Game.
I ain't never seen Future in a rap battle.
No. Future now, hell no. Because Future never had a beef with another rapper. I don't think he has.
Hey, that's pretty fucking miraculous. No one steps to Future about
because he likes the King Savage, bro. He is the King Savage, bro.
Yeah. Like, but as far as rappers, I ain't never heard a rapper say they don't like Future. Or they
probably because he drugged the fuck up out of them. Hey man, we finna do this tape real quick, but you really don't, you gonna have to pop some of these pills. We about to do this.
Bro. Like
he'll drop a whole album on it.
We about to do this mask on, mask off. but you gotta pop some. But you gotta pop some pills real quick.
That's what he sound like in an interview. Bro. That's Future in an interview. I never been turned in an interview, bro.
Bro, that's bro. Every time you see this nigga talk, he's the most laid back nigga in the interview, dog. And his voice, in that room that his voice got fucked up because of all the lean he drunk his life. Like, it's fucked up his vocal cords. I don't know if that's true, but that room always like, it's always funny because his voice is fucked up. But like, rap battle though, the Game is that nigga vicious in the fucking beef.
The rap battle, yeah. When it comes to the Game, he just don't care what he say, and he don't really like. he just doesn't care what he says. You know what I'm saying? And so he'll pull like stuff.
But you also got 50 Cent in there now, and
the Game is worse than 50.
Really?
You talking about the rap stuff?
Lyrically,
bro, I'm taking the Game.
I've always said lyrically the Game is a better rapper than 50. But
I feel like the same thing,
but as far as beefing, 50 is ruthless now. He just
now let's take it from how are we looking at 50? Are we looking at 50 like just as a rapper, or are we looking at 50 now where
purely rapping,
got back rich?
Purely
I still
rapping.
feel like just on rapping,
none of the other shit 50 does. Like,
I mean, like the social media shit. Fuck no.
I mean, not like the other shit he used to do, like back in the day.
What he used to do?
Like, he would do other shit besides rap battle back in the day. Like, he would like
show up to your house just to fight you.
Shit, if he knew where you live. I mean,
yeah, he probably would. 50 always been a little out.
Oh well, shit. I guess we can include that too then. Shit.
Okay, shit. If he's gonna keep this,
I would still take the Game. I would still take the Game.
Strictly rapping the Game.
Okay. Alright.
Strictly rapping. 50 would do extra shit to like fight you and shit. Like, yeah, that's how that nigga was back in the day, bro. I remember that one time he came to the BET Awards. That nigga came there looking for Rick Ross or some shit. He was looking for some rapper like back, and people forgot about that shit. Like people got like a short-term memory. Like, he came to an award show just to look for another rapper because he thought he was gonna be there just so to fuck him up.
Wow.
That's how 50 was, bro. They said he was there with no security either. They said he was just there looking for another rapper.
Damn, that's dedication right there.
Yeah, that nigga was reckless, bro. He was rude as fuck back in the day. That's why when people be like, they don't like 50, he's so petty and all that. I be like, that nigga's been like this since day one. Like, what the fuck y'all niggas
like,
I don't get that. He's always been mean. Like, that nigga's always been ruthless. Y'all think that nigga's finna change? No.
Right.
Not at all.
No. Shit, the game's still the same. The game is still ruthless. He just isn't
public
as public with it as 50. Like, the Game was still.
But he will.
will.
Don't test that motherfucker.
I'll test
That's
the
the last thing you want to do. Eat
And then
will.
what's so funny is that them two niggas, I think they still don't like each other to this day.
The game
They
at 50?
They don't collab or mess with each other at all.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I don't know what it is.
I mean,
What
sometimes it be like that though. Like I know one person in my entire life. I know two people in my entire life right now who I do not talk to. Like I don't think about them. I don't fuck with them. You know, I don't care about their well being, and it's not even like on some rude shit. Like I'm just not. I'm genuinely just not interested. Like
that's real dedication from 50 to like not like you for this long. Like that's real.
I don't think they like each other. Like I think it's easier when somebody when you don't like the person either.
It's easier.
To hate you if you don't like me too. It's like, well, screw you, buddy.
That's real dedication for real though. Like, but 50 really don't like y'all.
So speaking of not liking things and like being public and whatnot, Ghost of Tsushima. Are we going in
please
loud?
not make a really terrible Linus Tech Tips segue. That was
Nah. What? I don't even know what the fuck you just said.
Yeah, cause we.
It's this dude named Linus. It's this Canadian dude. He makes tech videos. And his segues are the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Oh, he just has a bad writer then. And if he's writing his content, he is the bad writer. But nah.
He's big enough to have all that crap.
And then when you were talking about not liking things, then you want to go to Tsushima. I was like, oh man.
Well, yeah, because you know, in this game you play as, I think his name is Jin. That's a really dope ass main character name, by the way. Really simple, but also complex at the same time. But anyway, he you know, he's fighting these Mongols, and I'm just thinking to myself like, you know, you can either be a samurai or you can use the dirty tactics as they call them and be a ghost. And I never thought about it, but like I'm wondering if that's gonna impact gameplay as far as like, you know, his decisions. Like, can you play the game? Can you play the entirety of the game and just be a ghost?